and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I'm Shakira and I'm a second year 4th grade teacher. So obviously I am a different space because it's our fall break, so I figured that it would be perfect to take this time and take you guys along with me in how I plan for everything that I do with my kiddos for virtual learning. So the very first thing that I like to do obviously is go ahead and write down my lesson plans, and I have my lesson plan template right here to share with you guys. So my lesson plan template is a little bit different than the one that I had for in-person last year, just because digital learning is obviously a little bit different. So I'm going to show you guys what my lesson plan looks like, and I went ahead and already did my lesson plans because I figured you guys didn't want to sit here and watch me do my lesson plans. So I'll just go through what I have planned for my kiddos next week and kind of show you what my template looks like and all that good stuff. So I have it split up into math, ELA, and science and social studies into their own little layout. So far this is the math one, and so as you can see I have what week it's for, the priority standards, what lesson we're on, and we do iReady in my county. So I just I put in my lesson plans what lesson I'm doing, and so next week we'll be on lesson 5, which is the very first lesson of our unit 2, which is all about multiplication and dividing and word problems. And then I have the I can statement on here and what assessment that I'm going to give to my students. And I like to have those things first because I feel like it's so important to know what the standard you're teaching is, what lesson goes with that. Obviously what the I can statement is that you want the students to say, and also how are you going to be assessing them. And then from there I have my weekly plans, and it's Monday through Friday, and on there you can see that I have it laid out in the math workshop model. So I have the number talk, the math mini lesson, the small group focus, and the exit ticket, and it's like that for the whole week. And I just put the focus for each thing on there just because when I show you guys my daily slides, I don't need to sit and write down in super detail because that'll be kind of redundant if I'm going to go in my daily slides and put all the detail there. Why do I need to do that in my lesson plans? So I just kind of put what the focus is just so that it's almost just a pacing for the whole week. And then after that I have the weekly vocabulary that I need to make sure that I teach to the students, our Hattie strategies. And if you don't know what Hattie strategies are, those are effective strategies that have been proven to be effective. And you can look up, and I'll see if I can find the Hattie strategies that I have, and I can link it down below if you're interested in looking at that. But it tells you exactly how effective it is, and you want to use obviously the top most effective ones. And so I picked Hattie scaffolding, Hattie feedback, and Hattie goals. And then I have the instructional resources that I need, and I have that there just so that I don't have to go looking around all over my lesson plan. I can just come look here and I know exactly what I need to have for the whole week. And then I have a place for my differentiation and accommodations for all of my students. And then I have underneath that my small groupings and what each color means, so that I know that when I'm putting the activities in Canvas for my students and just getting those activities together, that I know which is which. And then underneath that I just have in bullet point what each center activity is going to be for the week. And so that is how math looks. And I typically do Flipgrid, task cards, Meet with Me, and then our district curriculum we do iReady, so the kiddos get on iReady too. And ELA is a lot similar as far as the format, except for it's split into 3 different things: the language, reading, and writing. And then my lesson plan format for the days is just written in the balanced literacy model. So I have the word study, our read aloud, our reading mini lesson, our stations, writing mini lesson, independent writing, our exit ticket, and then all the same stuff as the math layout. And then I also have my science layout and social studies, and I have those all in one. And it's super brief because we only have 30 minutes to teach it each day, and so we just have to kind of get straight to the point. So that's why this one is very brief, but that is what my lesson plan looks like. Okay, so after I get my lesson plans all typed out, then I go straight into doing my daily slides. And the reason I make that first before I go into Canvas and making assignments or anything is because I feel like me getting my daily slides together really like gets down what I need to be doing with my students all in one place. And then once I have all that together, then I can just go from there and say, okay, this is what I need to put in Canvas for my students, and it just flows a little bit better for me. So I do that next, and I do all the Canvas stuff last. So I'm going to show you guys my daily slides next, and I've already done that too because I figured you guys didn't want to see me make PowerPoint slides. Making PowerPoint slides is pretty self-explanatory, so I just figured I'd just show you what I have. And then after that, I will sit down and we will make the Canvas assignments and pages together. So I keep all of my stuff in OneDrive, and so that just helps me like stay a lot organized. And I have like a bunch of different folders in here and everything. And so I have a folder for daily slides, and then I just put the date on there. And so whenever, like if tomorrow is the 1st, then I'll just click on the 1st, and that is everything that I need as far as me on the teaching side, all that I need to present to my students for that day. So I really love how easy that flows. So I'll just open up into next Monday, and so this is typically what all of the slides look like, and I make all of them in PowerPoint. So this is like the good morning slide that I have for my students, and so while they're waiting to come into the meeting, in morning meeting, I just have this displayed on the screen, and I just have like some nice soft kid music in the background, so while they're waiting they know what to do. So I don't have to say, hey, mute your mic, hey, turn on your camera, hey, greet your classmates. It's already there for them. They know what to do, and it's kind of our morning routine, so that's always there on every day. And then underneath that, before we get our day started, I like to always go over our class norms so that it stays fresh in my students' minds, and so that they know like every day, okay, hey, this is our class norms, and just reviewing our class norms is a part of our daily routine. And then I just have like, oh, so if you saw my last vlog, I have changed up how I do my morning meetings for the month of September and October because it is Hispanic Heritage Month. So on Mondays we do a read aloud, and so for this Monday's read aloud, it's going to be Too Many Tamales. And so I just bought that book on Amazon Kindle, and so I'm just gonna, since I can share everything on my iPad, I'll just click out of this, go into the Kindle book, and then they can see the screen while I am reading it to them. So that is how I'm gonna do that. And then I have my what is happening slide today, kind of like a daily agenda, so that they know what to look forward to and what to expect for our whole day. And so this is pretty much how our day goes. We have our ELA workshop, our math workshop, social studies, our read aloud, and then our afternoon group is where I do my interventions. For our ELA workshop, we go into our word study first, and I love to have the I can statements up for the students to see because I think it's so important for them to know what they should be able to do at the end of a lesson. So each day I have them go through each lesson's I can statement. We break it down. I ask them, okay, well, what words in here are important? Okay, what do these words mean? What is it trying to tell us that we need to do? Just to make sure that they understand what it means, so that they know that they can say at the end of the lesson, okay, can I do this? Can I use roots and affixes to understand the meaning of unknown words? So just making sure that they really know that. So I love having that there. And then this is just the word study pack, and I just took it out of the actual format and I put it into here just because I like having everything all in one template. And I will link down below this one as well. These are such great bundles to have for word study. And so then after that we go into our reading lesson, and so next week we're focusing on context clues again. And the same thing, we have our I can statement, and then just a review of what we talked about last week using the idea strategy, and then just practicing using those in reading passages. So last week we talked about what each of those things meant, so this week we're going to practice using close reading and reading these passages and just answering questions. And so that's pretty much what we're gonna do. And what I love about PowerPoint and screen share is that you can write all over this as a class, which I really love, and it's super interactive. And then I have all of their exit tickets in here, and then they just type their answers into the comments. I found that that is a lot easier than putting exit tickets into Canvas. They can just stay right here, type it in the comments, and then we can move on to our centers. And then we have our writing lesson, and I just put in the I can statement, and then next week we're going to start writing our actual essays. So if you saw my last vlog, we were writing our outline, so I just have in there that we are writing our introductions and just everything throughout the whole week so we can have our rough draft. But this is pretty much what my PowerPoint looks like. It goes through the entire day. Like, it has a screen, so like when they go away from snack, this is just a friendly reminder to have them there. It goes into math, and then after math it goes into social studies, and after social studies it goes into our afternoon groups and our read aloud and lunch and all that good stuff. And so I'm not gonna go through and show you every day just because they pretty much all have the same format. It's just different content. Guys, if y'all see my thing moving, it's because my little it's because my little puppy is right there. Hello, Mr. Wasco. You say hello to the camera? You say hello to the camera? So after I do my daily slides, then I go in to make my Canvas pages. So I thought it would be fun to sit down with you guys and do it together so that you can see exactly how I set up my Canvas pages, all of my modules, gathering assignments together, and getting my centers and stations together and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into that. Hey y'all, so this is what my ELA Canvas page looks like, and then these are all images, and then I just created links for them. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this, I did do a little tutorial at the end of one of my other vlogs, so I'll link that in the description box if you want to go there and see that. But so this is pretty much what my homepage looks like, and it's the same for each subject. It's the same for each subject, but instead it would say like math, social studies, or science. And so what I typically do when I go to make my assignments is I go to modules, and I create everything by week, and so I break up the days by pages. And so just to add another module, you can click here, and then you just type in what you would want it to be, and then just click add module. And then to add all these little different things, you can just click on the little plus sign, and I like to do pages for each day, and you'll see why in a second. You can title a page whatever you want, and then you click add, and they'll all pop up like here. So I just like to do it by week because I just think it's a lot easier for the students. And then I also like to have the most recent one up here, so that way when they come in, they don't have to scroll down. All they have to do is just see the day there. So I've already gone ahead and like put in everything that I want here. And so this is just like a template. So if you want to make it easy for you when you are making like a new page, I just have a page that is called Ela Template Page, I think. Yeah, Ela Template Page. And so what that does is, so instead of me looking and trying to go in my images and get all these images in my pages every week, I just edit this page. I copy all of it, and I press copy, and then I just put it into the module assignment that I want to. So I've already done that for all of these days already. So we're just going to go ahead and just like work with Monday. So what I like to do is I like to have our page flow like how our day flows, so it's easier for the students. So we start in ELA, and so the very first thing that they see is good morning. Click here to join our morning meeting, and the link is already there. Whatever, if you use like Microsoft Teams or Zoom or whatever, you can just link the link here and they can click on it and it'll take them straight to the meeting. And so I use Educreations for missed lessons. And so what I do is just record myself teaching the lesson in Educreations, and I upload the video and just put the link of it here, and it'll take them straight to that if they've missed the lesson. And so these are just headers, so it would say complete the reading assignments below. And so this is where they would go to access their stations. And then I have like the writing assignments. And so see, this is the exact same thing that is from our daily PowerPoint slides. So when the kids come and see this, they've already talked about it with me, and they also know, hey, this is a reminder that this is what I need to do for writing. And if they need help, they can click on this button to look at resources. And then when they're all done, I'm going to link this to go to math. So this is just the template, and none of these like links are live or anything. So I like to get all of these in first. and it looks like this on every single page. So the only thing that I have added is like what they need to do for writing each day. So what I really need to do now is to go in and add in my reading stations. And so how I do my reading stations is I have a schedule to where each day is one activity for each group. So it kind of alternates, and I will show you guys the template. I probably should have showed that to you before, but I'll show it to you afterwards. But so each day, each group is doing something different. So it's like a center rotation. So when they click on their button, it'll take them to their small group for the day. And this is like another page, and it'll have all of their names here in the little boxes so that they know exactly which group they're in. And so then they would just click on the button for them today. And so all I do for these is link it to the assignments that I need each group to do each day. And so I just look at my little schedule sheet, and I will show that to you guys in a second before we continue on with it so that it makes a little bit more sense. Then I go into each of these and just link it to that assignment that I need them to do each day. But to make it easier for myself, I have station pages for each day. So I have and it'll be out of order because it's alphabetical order, but I have a Monday small group page. I have a Thursday small group page, a Tuesday small group page, and a Wednesday small group page. And the reason I have that is because it's easy to just link that to the module page, and I'll show that to you now. So when I go here and I click edit, and I want to link this to a page, I just click on the picture and I click on pages, and then I would just look for Monday small group, and then Monday small group, it will link there so that the students can get to it, and then I just save it. So now to create a new assignment, so I go to my assignments, and I scroll down, and I have these organized to each of the week's units for it's easier for me as well, like when I'm going in to create all these things. So these are all of the different assignments that I went ahead and done for my students. I just haven't like put anything in them yet. But what I would do is just go to the assignment, edit it, type in whatever I want the assignment to be. It can be a Nearpod link, like you can embed all of those things in there, and just anything you want to, like you can go on those websites, embed those things, or you can just type in what you want them to do. And so I'll just show you guys how I do my Nearpod assignment for a second, and I'll just get a random Nearpod. And so if you guys did not know, you can upload PDFs of assignments that are like not already PD or like things that you want the students to draw on. So if you don't feel like creating it into a PowerPoint or Google Slides, you can just pop those PDFs or a picture of the assignment that you want them to do in here and just turn it into a draw it. So that is something that I really love about Nearpod. So I am just going to take a sample word work from last week just to show you guys for the purpose of the video. So when you go into Nearpod, I'm just going to click edit so that you guys can see what it looks like. And so I just dropped all of these in here as PDFs. And then when you want to convert it to draw it, it's right here and it'll pop up as that, and then you'll just save it. And so that is what I like to do for task cards and all of those types of things because it's easier than like sitting down and like creating text boxes and it all and things like that. So if you've already had these resources that you used last year, you can just pop it into Nearpod and you can get the students to do it that way. So I'm just going to take this one, and I'm going to click, I just click Save the Changes. I'm going to click Student Pay so that the students can do it on their own time. And then I'm going to put Embed. And then I like the large embed. I click copy. And then you click on insert media in the Canvas page. And then you put the embed link there. And then you put it there. And then it will pop up and the students will just sign in. So that is what I typically do for word work. And so then you just save it and then you can like decide if you want it to be counting towards the grade, points, whatever you want. If you want them to have a submission, and in this case, I don't need them to have a submission because it's a Nearpod, and I'll just go into Nearpod and check that. And then you just save it, and then you would publish it, obviously. And so that is one of their center stations. And I like to create it as an assignment because everything is already there. And when you go to grade it, it has it all here for you in your grade book. And so that is pretty much how I go and then pretty much edit my pages and create assignments. This is typically how I do the format for everything. I do everything through modules. Each day is a page and each assignment is like an assignment. And so that is pretty much how I do my Canvas pages. Please let me know if that did not make any sense. But yeah, so now I'm going to share with you guys of how like my small groups actually work, and I'm going to show you my template. So yes. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys now what my small group schedule looks like so that it makes more sense. So how it looks is I have like one for math and one for ELA. And since we're talking about ELA, I'll go ahead and show you the ELA one. So what it looks like is this is the schedule for each day. And so like I showed you guys in that template in the pages, how I have a page for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday separately. And so how that works is on the pink button on Monday, I would link it to the read to self assignment. For purple, I would link it to the comprehension assignment. For blue, I would link it to the word work assignment. And for my small groups, I just put another, I create another. And so for the Meet the Teacher, I just create another live meeting link. And because we use Microsoft Teams, and I'm sure it will work with any like Google Meets or Zoom or any of those different live meeting chats, when you can just put that link it to the button. When the click on it, it'll put you on hold. When you click on it, it'll put the kids on hold to the whole group meeting, and it'll pop them right into the small group meeting. And that is like your small group while all the other students are working independently. And so that is pretty much how I do my small groups each day. So I meet with one group each day for 30 minutes. And so you can see here clearly on the schedule of how that works. So on Tuesday, I would link the blue group to the Meet the Teacher button, the Wednesday, the purple group, and Thursday, the pink group. And that is pretty much how I do my small groups. I just make sure that on each day, the buttons are following this exact schedule that I have made. And then I don't do groups on Fridays, so that I assess my students, and it has worked out really well. The students understand how to do it. It's super easy for them because they know what color they are. They don't even have to know what the schedule is. They just click on the small group link for that day, and then they click on their color, and it takes them exactly to what small group activity you want them to do. So it has been working out really well, and I hope that that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. But that is pretty much how I plan. It does not take as short as this video. Obviously it takes like days to get this stuff together, but that is pretty much how I lesson plan, get my daily slides together, and get my Canvas pages, modules, and assignments together, and also how I run my small groups. And I know I only showed you guys how I set up my ELA page, but it is done that way for every single other subject. And so that is pretty much how I do that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed planning with me, and I hope that you guys found this video helpful and it gave you more insight into how I actually plan and get my things together on what you see in like me teaching in my weekly vlogs. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys still have questions, please comment below, and I will try my best to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys in next week's vlog. Bye.